Well, I got crucified for this question already. Has Steph ruined the game? Because I also was asked this, and I
Oh, here we
said
go.
the person that ruined all of this was Bron, because I felt like
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all having a good day so far. So, in the comments, I had someone tell me that on the Shaq podcast, we had Iman Shumpert. Sorry, I always have a hard time saying that name. He was on there, and apparently, Shaq asked him something along the lines of like, did Steph destroy the league? And because of the three-point shooting, and he kind of rebuttals it with something along the lines of like, no, LeBron destroyed the league. So I found the chapter on there, and it's called "Has Steph Ruined the Game?" So we're gonna watch that, but right before that chapter is a chapter called One-on-Ones with Kyrie. And I'm sorry, guys, as a hooper, like a hoop fan, like I want to watch that first. So we're gonna check that out first, and then get into the whole LeBron thing and see what they have to say about it. But yeah, I definitely want to see. I want to hear about these one-on-ones with Kyrie, because that's got to be nuts trying to go one-on-one against that dude. Anyways, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below. So that's going to be the Shaq podcast. The Big Podcast with Shaq is the official name. And so you guys want to check it out. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of ads on there. I'm not going to lie. I used to watch it a lot more, but it's like one segment and then like 5 ads, and then like one segment and 5 ads. It's crazy. But anyways, check it out if you guys like to. Everybody else, please leave this video a like, especially down the line if you think whatever is covered in this video needs to get pushed out there. Like the video, comment on it, and it'll help tell the algorithm to push this video out. Yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Now I'm thinking about you versus Kyrie in practice. And I'm just curious if there was ever a moment, a play, or a day where you looked at JR and went, this man is different.
Don't put it on mute. I know you live in the criminal area of Brooklyn.
No, I'm on Park Avenue right now.
I love it.
It's traffic,
love
and
it.
there's an ambulance. It's going to be this way for 20 minutes.
Me and Kyrie, I'd say never was it in practice.
Huh?
The times that it was after practice, because me, Kyrie, and Jordan had this thing where after practice we played ones, and we would do that all the way until T. Lou told us, like, all right, y'all got to chill out. I need y'all healthy. Get your reps in, stay sharp. And even then we were grown, because we felt like us being able to do that, like when we got in games, it was just so, I was like, it's so easy to stay in front of somebody that's not Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Like but he do this thing. You said, what was the toughest part? He does this thing where he will go to the baseline and he do the Michael Jordan where they turn their back and they shimmy. But Kyrie does it with a live dribble. And I don't know what it is with his breaks and how he stops, how he does it. But he played the angle to where I thought there's no way he could go past me.
Yeah, there's no room.
And he threw the ball behind my back and spun with no ball. And got the ball on the other side and laid it up for game point. And you know what I mean? Like I felt dumb, but then I realized when I was guarding him, I realized Kyrie doesn't even react crazy sometimes because he's moving in advance. Like it's not he's not saying, I'm going to try this move. It's all creativity. So he don't really realize what he did to you. He just knows I have no more real estate. What can I do?
Yeah.
And he's like, I see an opening. I'm going to throw it around him, and then I'm going to spin so he reaches because he know Iman going to reach.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about Kyrie. It's not showing off. It's just reactive. He's reacting to what the defense is giving him, and he just improvises. Like, I love watching him play because of that. I never know. There's no way I'm going to know what he's going to do if there's no way he's going to know what he's going to do. And to the one-on-ones, this is why one-on-one is so important. You know, if Scottie Pippen wasn't guarding Michael Jordan every day in practice, you know, Scottie Pippen wouldn't have become one of the greatest defenders that we know of, you know. But he guarded MJ every single day. It's documented. And, well, yeah, if you can try to guard the best, anybody else is going to be easy. You know, just like you said, I'm so used to guarding Kyrie. I can stay in front of anybody else. You know, it's no problem because his goal is like the impossible to one-on-one guard, you know, one of the greatest ISO players I've ever seen in Kyrie.
And I reached and there was no ball and I was so confused. He got the ball on the other side, laid it up. I don't even think he used the glass. He just like let it go through the net for game. But he was like on some like, that's game. Like he was like sick of playing. He was tired. Like, that's game. Like I'm going to the showers. Like, and I sat there looking at Swish like, you know, like I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like Kyrie, like,
yeah.
But he do stuff like that where you start realizing even in games, this is not a cone drill. Like this is not. He hasn't worked on this. Like he's worked on each move individually, but when he's blending them all together, that is not rehearsed. Like there's no plan for that. Just put your seatbelt on, brother.
For my music lovers out there, it's like jazz. You know, he's got all of the chops you can possibly need to do anything on an instrument or in this case on the basketball court. Now it's just a matter of just improvising, just reactionary. And yeah. So that's for you music lovers out there. Comment down below if that makes sense to you. It's like jazz on a basketball court.
Put your seatbelt on, try and stay in front.
I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing this year. Boston has won. So I figured Milwaukee was going to come out like, okay, we know y'all got the chip, but y'all had it easy.
Yeah, they
be the real
out.
champs. I figured Philly be saying the same thing, right? I watched Portland the other day go 4 for 42 from the three. Yeah. I memorized
4 for 42. At what point do you stop shooting threes and try a different strategy, man? Man, take the ball to the hoop, play some mid-range, run the ball through the post, do something different. If 4 for what?
I watched Portland the other day go 4 for 42.
4 for 42. That's just over 10%. Just over 10%. And it won't stop shooting them.
The three. Yeah. I memorized it.
That's the new game, though.
Nah. That.
Yeah. F that.
My question to you is, has Steph Curry messed it? That's not a game. 4 for 40.
Well, you know, I got crucified for this question already. Has Steph ruined the game? Because I also was asked this, and I said,
here we go.
The person that ruined all of this was Bron. Because I felt like Bron's stance, and it's like Mike. If Mike would have made it okay for y'all to just be like, yeah, I'm leaving this team and I'm going to another, because I don't like what the owners are saying. If Mike would have did that, there would have been no loyalty because we all, quote unquote, wanted to be like Mike, right? And I felt like, even though Steph was good, I felt like Bron was the guy that did it, because I feel like when Bron made it okay for people to team up, it stopped making the star player have to come back with something added to their game.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're answering a different question. I agree with you saying, but I'm talking about the style of play with everybody shooting.
That's what I'm saying.
I like how he's answering the question because it's true. What the question was, like, did Steph ruin the game? And he's answering no. LeBron ruined the game. And we've been saying it for a long time. It's cool to see him say this too. This is ballsy of him to say because it's the damn truth. You know, instead of overcoming adversity and climbing up that mountain, he bailed out and took a helicopter to the top of the mountain by teaming up with the in my opinion, at that point, was the best player in the league in Dwayne Wade. And then you add on Chris Bosh, and it's like, what the hell are we doing here? So if you're going to run a cheat code to win a game and then pretend and then to want that credit as though you won the game fair, I think it's a bunch of crap. And what he did, because he was the face of the league, he taught everybody, the whole next generation, this is okay. This is how we do it. As opposed to a whole generation of people who looked up to MJ and saw MJ fail and fail and fail and fail until eventually he got to the top of the mountain and then stayed king of the mountain, 6 out of 8 years and had that run. That's what we all grew up watching, and that's what we thought was the way to do it, and it was. Everybody tried to emulate that. They wanted to be that king. Now everyone is just traveling around and, don't win here after 2 years. Screw it. Go to the next team, to the next team. It's a whole different game now. Now we're just stuck with a bunch of super teams.
Like, you had everybody would come in the league and have their thing that they do that you can't stop this. But now we got the scouting report on you because you made it to the playoffs. So this year we going to take away this. And we wait on you to come back and have this. So you had Bron go up to Detroit and go through all that, right? And the man went to Miami instead of come back and defend it there.
Yep.
So it was like, now everybody thinking it's cool. Y'all could team up, la, la, la. So now you create the three-headed snake out of Steph Curry now. Once they beat us, the two-pointer was gone.
Gone.
Yep.
Like, if you really break it down, and I know my teammates finna hate me for
I
this,
see where he's going.
It's our fault. Like, granted, Kyrie halved his knee. You know what I'm saying? My shoulder was messed up. We had a bunch of injuries, but if we don't lose that first championship, who's shooting threes? Because y'all have all been telling them, look, this was the formula y'all wanted. Y'all said shoot it from half court. Steph did all that. He still lost. And then we continue to watch Bron at the end of the game say hand. Right. And then you go to the block at the end of the game where you play that 15 feet step, you know what I'm saying, Tim Duncan, all that.
And that's why it's important to always talk to guys that play the different perspective. I would have never answered it like that or thought about it like that, but that's a true answer.
I'm on the same page as Shaq here, honestly. I didn't know the angle he was going in, but it makes so much sense. Okay. KD went to Golden State as a response to the Miami Heat super team, right? That's how it happened. And yeah, what happened after that? What's happened since then? Now we have the league that we have because it became the ultimate team of 3 perimeter shooters just with a green light all game, and then they were winning. But that team was built to take down LeBron's super teams. I didn't think about it that way.
Because I'm like, bro, nobody ever thought it was okay to shoot threes first to lead off. No. They like, bro, if you come out and people forget. Like, I'll never forget this. This is the funniest in the world. So in the game, I can't remember what game it was. We were in the championship. I shot from the corner and it hit side of the glass, right? And the reason it hit side, I remember it all at one. I think somebody was getting ready to tell. I took my eye off. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I just remember glitching for a second, and I still shot the ball anyway, but I looked at something else. So I hit the side of the glass. Very common if you're a basketball player. You like, oh, he tweaked, haha, next play. I remember everybody going crazy, like, bro, how you hit the side of the rim? Like, you hit the side of the glass like you trashed. I just remember thinking in my head, like, bro, it's crazy. I don't think any of the Steph Curry fans ever seen Steph Curry play. I remember guarding Steph Curry and Steph Curry shooting the ball straight. I remember he was at the top of the key. The man shot that to hit Jerry West. I say he hit Jerry and nobody said nothing. You hear what I'm saying? I done seen my man give it all air. You feel me? Close the door, Steph. I done seen that. Nobody bothered him. He shot the next shot. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, that's the difference. Like, you just forget. Like, you'll forget Mike missed a bunch of shots. Nigga, you just won't remember the last shot. Like, so it's like, I just feel like Steph was giving, he was giving Mark Jackson, who was just like, I get it. They don't get it, but I understand it. If you shoot this every game, you shoot 5 of these every game, they no longer seem as difficult. So he just let him get into it, and Draymond Green was a madman, Joe. The man pushing the ball. People say whatever they want, like, man, the man ain't skilled. He ain't. I'm like, bro, you find me another 6'6", 6'7", big that could guard all the positions that's going to grab it off the rim, run it that hard, and throw that precise a pass.
Yeah, and shout out to Mark Jackson. He doesn't get enough credit for creating this. but it took a coach to recognize the gifts of Steph, and then also recognize the gifts of Clay, and say, all right, you guys got a green light. And then he even publicly said, like, this is the best backcourt shooting duo in NBA history. Everyone thought it was nuts at the time, and then he got fired for Steve Kerr, but he was right.
I'm like, y'all forget about it. Y'all mad the man an all-star. I'm like, bro, y'all can say whatever y'all want. It ain't a lot of people
got 4 rings the right way.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our friends of the General want to know.
Okay. Now we go into it. Now we go into a general segment. Another general ad. An ad for a company called Huel. A ZipRecruiter ad. I'm not making this up. All right, guys. So that was the bones of this. I am... For my own sake, I want to check out the Phil Jackson beef, and then I'm going to call it quits. But that was like the real beef of what I wanted to get into. And honestly, I was surprised by the take here, because you don't hear a lot of actual players talk about this. Where this is where creating the super team, the ripple effects is so bad, you know. Because if LeBron could have just stayed in Cleveland, and, you know, he was already getting to the finals, like, he was so close. Eventually, he would have gotten over the hump and won the right way. Then we wouldn't have had the ridiculousness that we saw in Golden State. Then we wouldn't have seen, LeBron create another super team out in Cleveland again. And then we wouldn't have seen, like, the Brooklyn Nets and now the Phoenix Suns and all these super teams that are being built that are just, like, honestly, most of them are trash now, because these guys think all we have to do is pair up and we're going to win. And everyone can kind of, like, slack and take it easy. But that's not the case. So now we have all the stars condensed on just a handful of teams. And it sucks, dude. It sucks. You know, it's not the same game where anybody really has a shot. All you need is a star, and you need a couple, some good role players and a good secondary guy, a Robin. You know, now it's like you need at least 3 stars to have a shot at winning, and it sucks. But anyways, I'm gonna skip the general ad, the other general ad, the Huel ad, and the ZipRecruiter ad, and I want to see what this Phil Jackson beef is.
Iman, when do you drop your Phil Jackson diss track?
Man,
you don't like Phil?
I just feel like
what happened?
I wanted Coach Phil, like, the whole, like, trade me while my shoulder up, and I don't get to help New York out the hole. Like, I don't like that. I don't like leaving on an undone thing, but I don't know. Afterwards, they said some comments to me, which I don't even know which is true or not true. It's just, I be on some, like, fam, I don't know what soft you used to, but I ain't with all that dumb. Like, I probably done rubbed a couple coaches the wrong way, because though I'll run through a wall for you, G, I promise. Like, I'll play hard. But it's just certain stuff that it just be like, bro, I got kids too.
No, Phil was a psychologist. He did a lot of things to test out how tough you were.
Real talk. Like, he'll do certain stuff, but I'll just be, just don't play with me like that. Like, I don't want to play.
So I told the story as a true story. So I'm in Orlando after, I think Kurt Rambis got fired. He said, hey, Coach Phil want to film me, but he wants you to meet him. I'm like, for what? Just sign up so you can start. He's like, no, he wants you to fly to Montana.
Oh, I know the story.
I get to Montana. He got this big, beautiful log cabin. And he got it to where the sunroof and the sun is hitting those championship balls. Like, you can see that from the front door, and I'm looking at the balls. I'm like, damn. So I knock on the door. He's like, hey, I need you to move that log. Because he lived by a lake, and there was a big log coming up on the thing, and moved to the island. I need you to move that log to the island over there. And I slammed the door. I already knew what he was doing because my father's a drill sergeant.
This makes me think of, like, the Karate Kid, Miyagi and Daniel's son. It's like, do this labor for me, but trust me, there's a reason why.
Okay, I already knew this was it, so I did it. Well, when I tell you that water was cold in the So
you really moved a big vlog?
Yeah, moved a lot. Got in my car, into my goddamn drawers. His son was out there helping me, so I had to like get the log and swim. And then something we pushed to the other side. It took about 2 hours. Then when I came back, he's like, "All right, I'm ready to coach you. I'll see you." Like, we didn't even have a conversation. He's like, "All right," and then he left. I was like, but if I'd have been like, "Man, I ain't moving that log," he probably wouldn't have coached.
Yeah, it was a test. It was a test to see how bad you want it. Will you take direction? Will you treat me with respect as, a leader and follow my guidance? That's a hilarious way to do it, though. Phil Jackson's crazy. Like, to do that with, at that point, was he not the highest paid basketball player in the league? Like, Phil Jackson don't give a damn, dude.
Man, listen,
but while I'm playing for all those years, he do stuff just to see how tough.
But that'll make you, honestly though. That's actually, I get it. I honestly, I'm glad I ain't have to get faced with that. I don't know. I probably would have laughed. I'd be like, "Fam, I'm not. You tweaking? you tweaking? Shorty. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll play you 1-on-1 right now. We'll see who go carry you." I'm more about that. Like, right. But I was like, I wouldn't have. But if I was dead tired in the middle of a game and a coach like demanded something out of me, and I knew that I moved a log that took 2 hours for him to coach me, mentally I would run through a wall for him. I get it. Like, I get it. Yeah, but he didn't do that with me, G. He traded me while my shoulder was up. I ain't have to move no log. You could have had me move a log.
Not with a broken shoulder.
What's with you, dog? I did the whole,
Hey, he already said he wouldn't have done it. So, nope.
Meditation with you. I did everything you was talking about. Ran the triangle. I was killing in the triangle. Our record was bogus, but I ain't gonna lie. I was popping off 14 to 18 a game off that triangle, hitting that pinch post, coming off. I was mid-range shorty. I'm like, you let me rock.
Yep.
Blind and then he traded me while my shoulder was dislocated. I was like, no thanks, brother.
All right. We're going to tap out there. Anything else? Nah, we're good. We're good, guys. All right. Well, first of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for the suggestion on this. Like I said, I'm not going to lie. I started slacking on the Shaq's podcast because the ads. I mean, listen, I'm a content creator myself. I get it with the ads, but like we have Google ads on these. And then in one video, you've got like a countless number of ads, because in this intro there was like a couple of ads that ran, and then we got one ad, two ad, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy crap. So I'm counting 6 ads, and they probably end with an ad. Like, Shaq, man, it's going too far. It's too far. Too many ads, man. Cut it down to like 3 sponsors, and then run Google ads. And like, come on, man. You know, we can't get stopped every 10 seconds to watch an advertisement for the freaking General. But yeah. So thank you for pointing this one out, because I probably would have missed it. And I thought it was really interesting because, yes, LeBron was the face of the league at that point, and he took the easy route out, took the helicopter to the top of the mountain by running down to South Beach and building a super team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and then they added even Ray Allen, and it's insanity out there. And guess what? You know, maybe they thought it ends right there, but no. So now they gave permission to the rest of the league to say, oh, this is how it's done. All right, we're going to build super team too. And now KD goes over to the Golden State Warriors. You know? And guess what? Cleveland had 3 stars too. Kevin Love was in the MVP conversations. Kyrie was the biggest up-and-coming star. And then here comes LeBron. So, you know, another big 3 super team. And yeah, we all knew it got really bad when Brooklyn teamed up, when they had the Harden, Kyrie, KD super team. It was just like, okay, now it's just getting stupid, you know? And then we're doing it over here in Phoenix as well. So it has gone too far, but it started with him. And before anybody says it started with the Boston Big Three, no, dude, those guys were in the latter half of their career. So that's old dudes getting together to try to win a championship before it's all said and done, and they have to retire because their bodies are going to give out. What LeBron did was do it in his prime. You know, you don't do that in your prime, but that's what set the precedence. If you know, play for your first team, play a couple years. If you don't like it, build a super team right into your prime. Forget about building a franchise, you know, or a dynasty. Forget about all that. Let's just go ring chase. And the thing I find the funniest out of all of it is between KD, Harden, LeBron, like all these guys that are just ring chasing. They still can't get more rings than someone like Steph did. You know, Steph is still he's got 4, and all he did was stay home. You still can't get more than Jordan did. Jordan got 6, all in the same team, and built what do I want to say, and built a dynasty out there. Kobe Bryant, same thing, stayed in LA, 5 championships. Magic Johnson, 5 championships. You know, it's a whole different ball game. But let me know what you guys think about it. You guys obviously know what I think about it. I think it has ruined the game. And yeah, so all that 3-point shooting and getting 3 insane shooters on the perimeter like that, it was the Golden State Warriors, but it was in response to LeBron's super team building. And I never would have thought about it that way, so I'm glad I watched this. Let me know what you think about that, and I'll see you all in the comments. We'll have a good conversation about it. Like I said in the beginning, like the video, comment, subscribe. All that stuff helps push this video out. It tells YouTube that we should get more eyes on this. So if you think that this was important, and I think it was, because yeah, instead of us blaming Steph, I think it should be an obvious. We should be blaming LeBron, because you know, it takes a spark to light a fire. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.